Hey everybody, Joe here. I'm back again, and it's the first Wednesday of another brand new month. You already know what that means. It's time for some pickups. What did I get in the month of May? Let me show you. The month of May really wasn't that eventful for me in the way of getting out and doing any game hunting, flea markets, thrift stores. Only really made one trip to the flea market and only one thrift store trip, but both of them turned out to be not so bad, and I picked up a couple things. Also, there's two things which I purchased outside of going to either a thrift store or a flea market. One of those is eBay purchase. I was looking for one of these for a good price for a little bit because I'm a sucker for beat 'em ups, and here is a copy of Alien vs. Predator. I know usually with the Video Game Monthly and the Retro Game Treasure things, I usually bust out my phone, do the autofocus, but I don't feel like doing that today. Hopefully just shoving the cartridge up is enough to show you what I'm doing. The thrift store I go to, they tend to put stickers on their disc boxes. So when I'm pulling these apart, they still have a little sticky residue on them. So you might hear some plastic ripping noises. That's all it is. I could probably take a little rubbing alcohol or maybe a tiny little bit of Goo Gone and take care of that. But I've got 4 games here from said thrift store. These, I believe, were all $1.99 each, so not terrible. First one of these I'm showing you, I actually purchased one at the same thrift store, the exact same game, for $5. Sometime last year, and I actually ended up flipping it for $7 because I played it and didn't really care for it. And that was a game that a friend of mine actually said he didn't like either, and that is The Last of Us. Yeah, I'll say it. I was not impressed. It didn't really do anything for me. I got 2 PlayStation 2 games, and they are Tetris Worlds and the very first SmackDown vs. Raw. Sucker for the wrestling games. Even if I'm not playing them, I'm at least collecting them. And the last one is Scribblenauts Unmasked. The Scribblenauts series is kind of neat, and the DC Comics tie-in is pretty cool. You might be hearing a trash truck emptying a dumpster in the parking lot behind the house. That happens from time to time. Okay, the next 3 things I am showing you are some PlayStation 3 titles that I picked up at the flea market. I want to say these came to 3 for $12 or something like that. And they are Final Fantasy 13, Elder Scrolls 5, Skyrim. I actually have the remastered version for PC already, so this might go into trade bait. Not sure. My previous copy of Final Fantasy 13, which I think might have been, was it PlayStation 2 or PlayStation 3? I don't remember. It was the Steelbook, whatever. That went into trade bait and actually it did pretty good on that. And this one, I've heard a lot of bad about. Anytime I hear something panned so much, it makes me a little too curious for words. So I had to get a hands on a copy of and finally try Sonic 06. That's right. Can't wait. More excited about that than any of the others in this pile so far. And the last thing I'm showing you, actually no, I'm probably most excited about Alien vs. Predator, then Sonic 06. And then the last thing I'm showing you, it's still in wrapping because, well, I haven't had a chance to do anything with it because I just got it a couple days ago. And that is, you can already see through the plastic, it's a Commodore 64 Mini. I'm actually going to play with this. Actually, my plans are, I've heard that these things can be hacked. And that sounds like a fun thing. Looking forward to checking that out. I thought the company that made these was actually going to make a full-size, classic console version eventually, but that has never seen the light of day. But this is still kind of neat, I wonder if you can plug a real keyboard into it. Probably can, because some of the games out there, past the stuff that's already on this, I'm sure require a keyboard. I know I was emulating some Commodore 64 stuff on my hacked Nintendo Wii in the past, and I was using the Wii wireless keyboard, which was not the best way to do things. It worked for the most part, but it was very awkward because certain keys did certain things or were intended for one thing on the Wii and doing something totally different when using it on to emulate Commodore 64. But these things are being marked down to like $30 on Amazon right now, so I figured why not jump in, scoop it the heck up, and check it out. And I'm actually thinking of doing a video on like hacking mini consoles. Not like how to do it, but like if you buy, is it worth buying to hack it? Like, and just my verdict, you know, talking about a few different devices out there, like, you know which ones are out there and you know what can be done with them already, or at least you may have heard. Well, maybe I can put my 2 cents in on them. Just a thought, something. If you think that sounds cool, leave a comment down below. Anyway, that's it for the games. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back in a couple days. I'm sure I'll have Video Games Monthly to open up very soon. So stay tuned for that. Take care, guys. See you next time.